if you haven't joined us for an Urban League party before, you're definitely in for a treat. Last year we took you back to the 70s. The year before that we did a stomping at the Savoy. So tonight, welcome to Carnival. We have two inspirational leaders co-chairing tonight's event, as Dennis Smith mentioned earlier. Colin Brown of J.M. Family Enterprises and Mike Jackson of Automation. Having Colin and Mike on the stage demonstrates that the Urban League has convened major business leaders around key issues in our community: education, jobs, housing, and health. It sends a very clear message to our business and community leaders that investing in social change, like the Urban League, does have economic value, and we truly believe that. Investing in social change on the micro level with families manifests itself on the macro level in many, many different ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight. Gail, if you had told me this was such a great party, I would have been here sooner. It's a fabulous event. I assure you, even though I'm basically a car salesman from New Jersey, I'm not going to try to sell you a car tonight. But, you know, Dennis's suggestion is not a bad one if you think about it. It's also a real honor to co-chair with my good friend, Colin Brown. And I can tell you two things about Colin. As far as being a chair for this event, he was in before me, and he's in for bigger bucks. So a round of applause, please, for Colin. Something I tip my hat to. When it comes to the Urban League, our company has been involved for over 15 years, literally since our very beginning. And we can trace it back to our extraordinary founder, Wayne Huizinga, and his commitment to the community and his commitment to changing lives. And while we're on the eve of the opening of the new Empowerment Center, I should tell you a little bit about the story. A group of community leaders went to our founder, Wayne Huizinga, over a decade ago to ask for his support for the African American Library. And it was an extraordinary meeting, and people walked out with something far beyond what they expected when they wanted it. You know, Wayne is a game changer. I've been in some of those mind-bending meetings with Wayne. It doesn't always go as you think. Because Wayne said, of course I will support the African American Library, but you're not thinking big enough. I should really create a campus that includes the Urban League, that can really change as many lives as possible for the community. So the vision for what's about to be opened early next year really goes back to that meeting. Yes, it's been a 10-year journey to realize that ambition, and anytime you think big, it's difficult, but I really am proud to have been part of that journey. I admire the inspirational leadership from Jermaine, the commitment of the board of directors, and all of your support to bring us to this moment.
We are all part of this community. We live here, we raise our families here, we want to see our neighbors live in a safe environment, just as ourselves. But we're only as good as the most struggling people in our community. And the Urban League has proven time and time again that they are there to do those basic mission statements that Jermaine was talking about. Education, jobs, housing, health. Those are pretty basic, but they're essential for a community to remain healthy. For the last 10 years, it has been the dream of the Urban League to create an anchor, to create a beacon in the community where people could come and get training, support, counseling, to help lift themselves up. This empowerment center, and I stress the word empowerment, is exactly what we're talking about. And it's a facility that is not just bricks and mortar. It's a facility that is going to be an anchor for a very needy part of our community, which is only 7 miles from where we sit right now. And it's anchoring next to the African American Research Library and Cultural Center. So we are going to be able to combine programs that enrich and empower people's lives. But we're not done. The building is almost complete, but the funding for it is not. We've raised around $3 million. I'm pleased to say that we've raised now $4 million, but the number is 8. And in addition to that, they continue to need funds for programs to fulfill the missions that they're talking about. So for those of you who have not had the opportunity to really get exposed to the Urban League, I urge you to call them, and they will either give you a tour or they will also just explain a little bit more in depth the kinds of programs that they do in the community. They partner with other organizations. They know that this is a multi-level issue that we deal with day in and day out. They don't have all the answers, but they have a proven track record of success, as you heard tonight with that very, very impressive young woman. So you have on your table, and the reason why I have this in my hand, is an envelope. There are envelopes for every individual. A call to action. You can either donate, you can either volunteer, or you can ask to get more information about this great endeavor. I'm proud to be part of an organization that has the wherewithal and feels very responsible about giving back to the community. And that's why we stepped up to do a leadership gift of $1 million. I'm now asking Mike Jackson and Automation is also making a very substantial gift. It's time that we engage as many people as possible. It is a great investment. It is an investment in all of our futures. And for that, I thank you for being here tonight. I thank you for everything that you do. And have a great time. Thank you.
Can you share why you're passionate and affiliated with the Urban League's mission?
Well, you know, Urban League for many, many years in the United States of America has been transforming urban neighborhoods, trying to empower families and kids, and to change neighborhoods through economic development and other community development activities. And anything that lifts urban neighborhoods up, lifts America up. So it can only be supported passionately.
In social justice and community service, tonight's recipient of the Margaret Roach Humanitarian Award embodies these qualities and so much more. Ms. Bernadette Norris Weeks.
Just a few moments ago, you received the Margaret Roach Humanitarian Award. What does receiving that award mean to you?
Well, it is such a special honor for me. I can't think of another award that I've ever received that meant as much as this award, considering who Margaret Roach was and the inspiration that she's been for so many women.
Our diversity champion really deserves to receive this award. He has brought diversity into his company in a very big way, in all aspects, including the vendor, the requirements of who the vendors can be, and the employee diversity. He is truly a phenomenally diverse and deserved recipient. Trip Scott is pleased to present the 2011 Diversity Champion Award to Philemon Lopez, the Regional Senior Vice President, Florida East Coast Region of Comcast. Mr. Lopez.
Philemon, you just received the Diversity Champion Award. What does that award mean to you?
It means a lot. It means that at least someone thinks I'm making a difference. And my operating philosophy, the way I live my life, is always about trying to make a difference in someone else's life.
In closing, as you look forward to more support from those that were in attendance tonight, as well as organizations in our community, what are some of the ways that an individual or a large organization can be a part of the Urban League's mission?
So clearly there are opportunities to volunteer on many levels, so just call us for volunteer opportunities. There's also opportunities to give, naming opportunities in the building, corporate partnership programs, sponsorships of the gala, and then last but certainly not least, share the information with a friend.
Thank you so much.